Mr. Chairman,
You're the patron.
It's not my sense, Mr. Chairman, that this community is enthusiastic about that approach in the Section 1 bill. What I would suggest, as you well know, is the administration, and I see Matt Moore lurking in the background back there, can certainly do that now. And I would hope that, however you dispense with this legislation, that the one thing that we walk away with today is a commitment to be committed, to actually look at this Right to Farm Act and get it to a place where it has the proper definition, the proper guarantees, so that folks that farm do so with the confidence that they can do it within the spirit of the Right to Farm Act. And so that's what I would say, Mr. Chairman.
I'll withdraw mine. So you withdraw mine. Okay. All right. Doug and Knight.
Delegate Lingenfelter, you know that I'm a farmer,
A good one too, Mr. Chairman.
and you know that we don't have this problem in Virginia Beach because we have a wonderful ordinance there. But evidently by you bringing this action, the wonderful ordinance that we have in Virginia Beach and some other localities maybe isn't all the way through the state. So with that said, you have on your substitute that you had drafted down here, we have this enactment clause that directs the Secretary of Agriculture in here to develop model ordinances, and I know that you've read it because we read it together in here. Part of some of, I believe, what gives you heartburn about Delegate Orrock's bill is some protections in the meantime. Well, you know, there's a lot of people in here that what I propose, both sides aren't going to like it, and sometimes that's a good compromise. It's maybe sometimes it's best you're going to get. But where you have on the front of here protections, and I don't believe, probably they are very broad, like the physician said, farm to consumer sales, but that wouldn't protect Ms. BONETA, I believe, until the time that we can get this enactment clause in. So what I'm going to ask with the patron's permission is to enact the substitute, except where you have down here on line 54, which I believe is good, you have provide suitable remedies against any government activity that unreasonably interferes with the right to farm. That's a good clause. But what you have also done is between lines 28 and 36, you've said it all over again, and I'm not aware of anywhere that we cite the U.S. Constitution and Code. I mean, I understand you're trying to get people's attention, and you don't have to cite the U.S. Constitution in state code because it automatically applies. So the long-term implications of the Right to Farm Act and local governments being fleshed out is, if we take your original bill, it's going to be kind of tough. If we don't have any action at all, that's pretty tough because maybe we need to flesh it out. So what I'd like to do, Delegate Lingenfelter, and ask you, is I would like to adopt the amendment in the nature of a substitute that you've done, but I'm going to ask to strike between lines 28 and 36. And I think that's probably the best we're going to do, and I'd like to maybe get a nod and a wink from you if I could.
Mr. Chairman, here's to me from line 28 to 36.
Yes, sir, because I believe it's already covered in line.
Mr. Chairman, we have spent a lot of time on this, and in the interest of moving forward to a place where you can get on with your other legislation, I would agree to adopt the substitute, and then you guys take action on the substitute as you see fit. Get in front of the full committee, and let me have a chance to talk to my folks. Let me have a chance to talk to these other folks and see where we are. If that's a way to move the process, Mr. Chairman, and get these people to dinner, then maybe that's the smart thing to do, in case y'all quit eating.
All right. I think we have a motion.
I move to adopt the amendment in the nature of a substitute.
All right. Then let me make. All right. All committee members have a copy of the substitute.
This is a good platform.
Do we have the extra one? Yeah. Well, you want to pass them out back here. All right. Let's adopt the substitute. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right. Then Delegate Knight.
Well, you know, I'm still of the I still think I'll restate it between lines 54 and 56, totally covered in here. And I never have seen anything, and I have my parliamentarian over here to the right, that Bobby Orrock, that says that we usually don't, or I can't find an instance anywhere in code where we cite the U.S. Constitution because we know it already applies. So, you know, I don't see why we need to break any new ground if it's already been covered.
Mr. Chairman, would your amendment to the nature be to strike lines 28 through 36?
Yes, sir, that would be mine.
All right, so we have a motion to strike 28 through 36. And a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right. Anything else we need to add or subtract? Okay, I have a motion to report. The substitute that's amended. And I have a second. All right. Any discussion? Yes.